In less than half an hour, we're going to be on the water. We're putting together a Klepper A1, very similar to the A2. Here we can see the basic grouping of the items: long bag, round bag, and hull. Here are the items from the round bag laid out. Next, we're going to see the items from the long bag, which are laid out: bow, stern, and midship items. And next, we're going to have the hull laid out on the ground so it picks up some sun, so it's a bit supple, so we can put the frame inside. Here we have the keel with the stern piece. Next, we're going to see how the keel and the stern piece fit together. In the next photograph, we're going to put the ribs onto the keel, have them up before the hinge. We match the numbers. All the numbers on the Kleppers match. Attach the rods. As you can see here, we have blue, which go with the stern. And next, we're going to attach the rods to the ribs. Match the gunnel with the stern piece. When you see this, it'll be pretty obvious. It doesn't matter if it's left or right. Then you're going to attach the gunnel to the ribs and the stern piece. And if you have an A2, you want to put the top rail in before you do this. On the A1, it doesn't matter. Now we have the stern complete, ready to be put in the skin. Then we see it in the skin. Now we have the bow put together and ready to be put in the skin. I put the rudder control on before I put the frame in the skin. And then here we have the bow going into the skin. And next we're going to give a little tug to make sure that all the pieces have gone all the way up and they're not kinked inside. Next we're going to mate the bow and the stern. Once they're mated, we push down. Watch your fingers when you do this. And next we're going to mate the bow and the stern gunnels. And once you do that, you push them outward. Now there's a lot of tension on the boat, and what happens is that the long pieces end up securing the pieces that have all the tension on them. I say long pieces, I mean the rods. Make sure that little tiny screw on the sliding piece is away from your hull. Lock the rods into the receptors on the ribs. Then look inside forward to make sure this little clip here is underneath the gunnel piece. And then this is the D clip that's on the outside of that clip. Here's the remaining ribs. Now you may have more if you have an A2. Here's how we attach the remaining ribs. The same as we did earlier. We have them on the floor, on the bottom of the boat. We have them on the side. And then we have two new ones. We have ones at the top for the cockpit, forward and aft. Now the boomerang gets put in aft of the rib for the cockpit. Now we're going to add the combing. And here's how we lock in the combing. We have a keyhole forward. Then we have a stud that goes through the skin and into the rib and locks in place. And then the last piece is aft. We have the end of the combing going onto the boomerang. Now we're going to insert the skin into the little tiny groove on the top of the gunnel. Now we're going to inflate the hull. Most people just blow up the little tubes with their mouth. And the skin is now tight. You can bounce a quarter off the skin. We insert the seat back, and of course you want to insert the seat bottom. And the rudder's attached and we're ready to go. So once you get out there, take a few pictures, maybe stop off at your favorite little spot, have yourself a nice refreshing beverage, and then if you're lucky enough, take a little sail. This is the A1 sailing with just a jib, and it's another great day thanks to Mr. Klepper.